Welcome to GenX Glam here on YouTube. And if you haven't joined our GenX Glam Discord community, there are invitations in this video description, all the video descriptions, comments, like any place I can sneak an ad to entice you over to Discord. I've done it. So check us out there if you'd like. And yeah, let's get underway with this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to demo 3 new products today. Yeah, that I bought last week. The great thing about the weekends for me is I can have like a little bit more time, especially to like if I have stuff I want to unbox or if I do want to demo a new product, as opposed to a lot of the videos that I make getting ready for work. And I'm just using products from my collection that's growing. I mean, I don't know, like this time last year, I wasn't even in the category of the type of person that wore makeup on a daily basis. So I think I'm tracking at least 6 months. I think I'm tracking at least 6 months, probably closer to 10, where I have done some sort of, at least a little bit of, color corrector over my moisturizer. I've always been really great about skincare, but about, and sunscreen. I've been pretty good about sunscreen, but makeup, it's been like, oh, maybe like if it's a certain occasion or just like for the fun of it. Like I used to be that person that maybe had something that they needed to go to and wanted to go outside of their very basic kit, which was mostly like Clinique and like CoverGirl products. And I would be that person that would go to Sephora. I would go to the Macy's department store and I would go and sample products, put them on my face with the intention of going out with a little bit more, you know, I don't know, technique or product than I had available. I would usually buy something. Honestly, I wouldn't just like come in and use all the samples and not buy anything. I would usually buy something. But and now, the past couple of years, I've been really building a collection of products that I feel are going to work with my aging skin, because I recognize that makeup can really be like, your best friend no matter like what age you are, right? So I'm really excited to share that journey with you. So we are about glam, gab, and giveaways. So speaking of giveaways, if you have not watched the giveaway video, and you cannot miss it, there's like this big orange thumbnail with the word giveaway on it. Go check it out, subscribe to the channel, make a comment, and you'll be eligible to win the Shopper Smart 2023 25 days of beauty surprises. And if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I talk about Shopper Smart a lot. It's this retail slash pharmacy chain in Canada that actually has a cosmetics slash skincare slash perfumeria, whatever you want to call it, part of the store. They also have a post office. It's where I go to do all of my mailing out of the giveaways. And then they have their pharmacy, and then they have like general, things that you would normally find in like a drugstore. But in some of them, and have like fresh vegetables, and some just have like your very basic sort of like grocery items. So like Shoppers Drug Mart is a wonderful place. And actually, I get more excited to go to Shoppers Drug Mart than I do to go to Sephora nowadays, because they have a great loyalty program. And I will say, and I've said this in other videos, and if you're new to my videos, being on this journey of making a makeup collection in the past like year and a half, seriously in the past year and a half, dating back more like 2.5 years ago, starting to think about it, I have found that it's best to buy directly from the brand that you are finding yourself gravitating to, right? If you want to do a one-off with a brand you've never tried before, sure, go to Sephora, test it out. But if you're restocking an item you like, or you've already sampled an item of a particular brand, say in a Sephora or wherever it is, an Ulta or whatever, buy directly from the brand, because brands have great loyalty programs in and of themselves. I'm not saying the Sephora program's not that great. I am saying it is like feast or famine. Sometimes there's really great products, other times there aren't. All right, so the products I'm actually demoing today, let's see. 1 came from Sephora and 2 came from Shoppers Drug Mart. So let's get into it. Now that I've given you a little bit of background about me, just in case you're new, let's get into it. So it's going to be, we're going to talk about Glow Recipes new Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Who Drops. It's like a bronzing serum. We're going to talk about that's Essence. Hello, we're not gonna. I will say something about Essence today and their lip oil, but this lip oil here from Clarins. So first of all, Clarins is like one of my favorite brands. Like if you watch any of my videos, I'm always talking about Clarins. I love Clarins. I do believe they have the best range of skincare products for age that is skin that is aging, skin that is like aged, and then skin that is like vintaged, like this range of products for different, like all the different generations. If you think of it like a generational evolution that your skin is going through, I think Clarins has a product line that suits all those different evolutions of your skin. So anyway, Clarins has had, we're not talking about skincare here, we're talking about Clarins lip oil. I've been reading some really great reviews on their lip oil. I have been reluctant to spend any sort of money over $10 on a lip oil because I just feel like, really, is it really worth it? I mean, what are you paying for in that extra $20 or $25? Because you can get this. E.L.F. just dropped a bunch of lip oils. These are impossible to find in the drugstores. These are like selling out all over the place. So very popular. Extra large applicator, super plush. You wouldn't believe how soft this is. It's a great applicator. Essence is even like a step down. I mean, they have an oversized applicator. It's not as plush, but it gets the job done. We're talking like, maybe $6 price point for Essence, $8 for E.L.F. And then you get a guy like Clarins or any of the other brands that you would typically associate with luxury brands, $38. So I was really on the fence about it, despite being a huge fan of Clarins. Well, anyway, I decided I was going into the Shoppers Drug Mart over the weekend and I was going to get me some Clarins lip oil. And you know what? Clarins had, I think it was meant to be that I had finally come around to like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want this in my collection. I want a Clarins lip oil. Clarins actually dropped over the weekend. Well, I don't know when they dropped it, but it hit the Shoppers Mart new product feature. Like they literally displayed it like on their front counter this weekend. Like the shop merchants were like, we have not seen this before. They dropped 3 limited edition flavors. This is passionate pink. They dropped a yellow one, and man, when I tell you it's yellow, it is yellow. And an orange. They have a bunch of other like kind of berry family lip oils which have been out on the market, and these are the ones that I was reading the great reviews for, and these are the ones that I was going to. Just happened that they got this limited edition trio, and I chose passionate pink. The merchant said, well, she didn't think that it would be very pigmented because the other berry lip oils, which is probably similar formula, just not one of the limited edition flavors, they aren't that pigmented. She recommended for pigmented, this is also a lip oil by Clarins. So I went back, not on the same day. Like I purchased this on one day, and then after I thought about the conversation I had with the merchant at Shoppers, I went back the next day and I bought this. This is in the shade Intense Nude. I think it's 01, and it's a lip comfort oil. And she said she uses this every day, the lady at Shoppers Mart, and it's much more pigmented. And I did a wear test yesterday, and oh my gosh, this is like a fantastic color. And it's like the perfect color for me. I love it. It's called Intense Nude. I already said that. I'm just repeating it. It feels kind of matty going on, but it really, like, I was looking at her and I was like, what do you mean you like maybe put it over another lipstick? She's like, no, I wear this alone, almost every day. I really like the color. And so I went back and I bought it, and I really, really like it. I did a wear test on this the day that I bought it. And I found at the end of the day, I like reapplied it several times over the course of, 6 hours. When I swatched my lips, when I took my Clarins removal micellar water to my lips, actually on my little cloth, some pink came off. So there is actually some pigment in this. There really is. Because I was like looking in the mirror, I'm like, my lips stained, after like sort of the end of the night when I was going to wash my face. And like, sure enough, when I swatched my lips, there was some transfer going on there. So it's pink. I really like this Intense Nude. The wear test went well enough for me. It's good enough for me. I always say, listen, this works for me. do what works for you. I'm only telling you, I'm not a professional. This is just, I'm sharing my journey. And I appreciate you tuning in because I really hope to get some feedback and some comments, right? Like, please tell me what I'm doing wrong and please suggest things that I could do better in my routine. All right, so let's move on. Now we're going to talk about Glow Recipe. I have some Glow Recipe. I always ask for the Glow Recipe birthday gift from Sephora. And I do this in the USA and I do this in Canada. So the past 2 years, I've gotten sort of this trio. So you've got like the serum, you've got the like little like glow drops, dewdrops, and you have the toner, all in this like watermelon glow. So I a year, I kind of would use these on and off for travel, for summer weekends. Really, really liked it. So about, I don't know, about 9 months ago, I went and I bought this bundle. This is the Plum. This isn't the watermelon. This is Plump Hyaluronic Cream. And this is basically the Plump Hyaluronic Serum. And I have been making my way through, halfway through this. Am I going to rebuy it? I don't think so, because along the journey of trying this, and again, they're almost halfway gone, so I rotate through my stuff. I have found that my top preferences are Clarins, Charlotte Tilbury, Caudalie, and now just recently, again, if you've watched some of the other videos, the Shiseido products that I have been experimenting with in the past couple of weeks, using consistently on a daily basis. Love them. So those 4 particular brands, they have an edge on these guys, and so I'm probably not gonna buy like more of like a fuller Glow Recipe. I'm not gonna replenish, you see. So I'm just kind of like, I can only focus on so many brands. I mean, come on, like everybody's got to have a budget, right? But today we are going to focus on Glow Recipe because I did add to my collection. I got the new like Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops. This is like a serum bronzer. I tried it out yesterday on a fresh face of skincare, and I found it to be quite I didn't find it to be as pigmented as something like a Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow primer, or like a Hollywood Filter Glow, or the E.L.F Halo Glow, which kind of looks like this. We all know what that looks like, right? Like, and these don't, whoops, that's Clarins Double Serum. If you have aging skin, this is fantastic, but better at night because you're going to look like an oil slick after you use it. Grab the wrong thing. The E.L.F Halo Glow, like even Alicia Keys, I've tried her sort of like kind of glow primer. This even gives you a little bit more pigment, I think, than this new product that Glow Recipe has put out. And I was just going to grab L'Oreal's Glotion, which, comes in a couple of different shades. I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. That's a great, there's just tons of tinty, glowy things out there. So I think let's go ahead and use it. Let's quickly, I'm so sorry. Like, please don't do as I do. I am rushing the skincare because I wanted to get this out and share it with you. I've got like a timer going on for some beef stew, and I don't want that timer to go off and me still sitting here talking to you. So we are on a rush, but I'm going to use, so I just put a little bit of my toner, which is from my last birthday gift from Glow Recipe. I just want to use all Glow Recipe because we don't want any like pilling situations. And I did this yesterday when I tried these 2 drops for the first time, and I didn't get any pilling. I did like a full face of Glow Recipe skincare, right? And I did not get any pilling. So I'm not too concerned about it. I just really don't want to skip anything. However, I don't have a ton of time yesterday. I was sort of drying my hair. I had time yesterday to really let all of this skincare marinate. Well, I did I treated my hair and stuff. And no pilling. I went after I was finished with my skincare, so this product, they say, use this as your last step in your skincare, and you can use it as like all over your face. And they say, don't forget your neck. You can use it on the high points of your skin, or of your face. So like maybe up here, your high cheekbones, as like a contour companion. I went over it. I ended up going over it with my creamy bronzer. So I'm not exactly sure. Did I get a glow? 100%. I got a glow. Did I get a bronzy glow? I didn't. And so I'm going to use a little bit more product today. I'm going to use my beauty blender today. I used a lot of my hands, a lot of the padding I've talked about in other videos. And you know, guys, I'm not really even going to on camera cover up my under eyes. Okay, maybe if I won't be able to stand myself, I might just put a tiny bit of my under eye brightener, my holy grail, my NARS in Night Swan under eye brightener, light reflecting. Anyway, so let's just say this toner's good to go. I've kind of covered all the surface area of my skin with it. I'm using the technique that that was recommended in the virtual consult I did with the Charlotte Tilbury rep, where, you know, just like an exfoliating, you know, on a cotton ball. A lot of times I just put my toner on, honestly. I tend to use like one of these guys, or maybe just my fingertips, you know, obviously with clean hands, but that's an aside point. All right, so let's go in now with let's just do a tiny bit of this Glow Recipe Serum, because remember, this is supposed to be a serum, so I'm kind of confused. Do I skip this step? Oops, excuse me. I'm just going to do just a little bit of it. I'm just going to kind of hit, and I am going to hit those high points where I might want a little bit more hydration and just a little bit more attention to skincare in these parts of my skin that I'm going to come in behind with that, with the new. And you know, I don't really even know if I should mention this. I was just thinking about this. Like, I have seen, and I don't know if you've seen, like Glow Recipe, brands like Glow Recipe and Drunk Elephant. Those are the two biggies. They take a lot of like slack online from people talking about them catering to, like, you know, the tweens that are infiltrating Sephora. And it's just, you know what, like, people, like, we shouldn't be judging, you know, if what other parents are allowing their kids to put on, you know, their face, or, you know, allowing them where to shop. Like, right, we need to be an inclusive like society, like an inclusive worldwide for society as far as I'm concerned, but an inclusive, for sure, Sephora and Ulta society. Okay, like, the beauty world needs to be very inclusive, because everybody, like, don't take the glam away from people, no matter how old they are. Okay, like, it's not our choice. We should, okay, if these kids, like, so I've been seeing videos, oh, they mess up the samples, oh, maybe they're stealing. Really? Okay, is that that's bad, first of all. I really hope if you're a young person watching this, you don't do that. But it's not unique, right? It's not unique to Sephora. This is like, that kind of stuff happens in any retail shop, right? You have your hooligans, your kiddos, or even your adults for that matter. Let's not profile shoplifters to only being kiddos, right? It's somebody who doesn't make a smart choice, right? So let's not profile that. Like, let's not say like all these tweens coming into Sephora are just screwing with the samples, making huge messes and stealing. Okay, that's not the case. Back in the day when Sephora like sort of launched, at least I can say in the US, I've been going since the late 90s. Okay, you did not see as many littler tweens, you know, shopping around, just because they didn't have really the money, and their parents didn't have the money. It was a different generation. We're in a different generation. I can speak from that as being a Gen Xer and raising kids, and now millennials are having kids and they're taking their kids to Sephora. So, you know, we all, like I said, we all just need to be like, have a more inclusive mindset. That said, I do think that this brand and its cute packaging and the Drunk Elephant, like, you know, they really do attract that younger demographic. So I don't even know why I brought that up. I just felt like saying something, because I feel like um they get a bad rap. I don't know if you have an opinion on that, or if you've heard similar. Go ahead and make a comment. I don't know. I'm always interested in what other people are thinking. That's why I like Discord so much, because there's so many interesting channels for discussion over there. All right, this is the Glow Recipe Plum Moisturizer. I'm going in. I'm going to put a little bit on. This is technically, you know, moisturizer for me. Using primer is hit or miss for me. Honestly, I don't use primer on a daily basis. I don't. But I feel like there's a time and a place for it, and a lot of times, like the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow, for example, this is a product I really like, and it is like a tinted primer. So I do like that type of primer. So for me, I guess this is sort of my last step in skincare because I'm not going to go in with a primer or sunscreen because I'm staying in. I'm going to finish my beef stew, feed the kiddos, finish watching my movie, you know, LIVIN type of stuff. So here we go. We went in with that. I just really, really want to show you how I'm going to shake this up because I was thinking maybe I need to shake it up some more. Is that why it didn't come out as pigmented? The instructions say like 2 drops on the back of the hand, you know, apply. I'm going to now, you know what? This does look a little bit darker than when it came out yesterday. Maybe shaking it up. So let's shear it out a little bit. Like I'm going to go with the contour strategy. I guess, you know, I'm going to put this in the places that I would normally put my creamy contour and then figure I'll go over it with the creamy contour if I'm still not. It feels so watery, guys. And I think this is a one size fits all in the terms of shades. I don't believe there are multiple shades to pick from. What are we thinking about this Clarins like intense oil in the shade like intense nude? I love it. It's really up my alley because I'm not really in. Wow, I have to say, this is looking definitely more glowier. It honestly kind of reminds, you know what I think? And I was thinking this yesterday. This is the type of product I would be digging in the summer, right? When I've got a little bit of color from being outside and, you know, long day playing outside, you know, I don't know, my summer days are still filled with unfortunate swimming and playing tennis and playing with my kids outside in the summer. That's what I dedicate my vacation to. When I take my vacation for 3 or 4 weeks in the summer, I hang out with my family at the lake and we play all summer. I mean, we play every single day, just outside having fun. And so I still do get color, not as much as when I was a kid, because remember I was talking about generational stuff, man? Us as a kid, like sunscreen was that like copper tone, like 01 SPF protection, right? So we've come a long way, guys. We've come such a long way in skin and understanding what we need to do to protect our skin. But so I'm using a lot better sunscreen protection when I'm out playing, but I still do tend to get some color. And I think this would just look so great over like some, you know, some freshly um sun-kissed skin. I don't know. What do you think? I think this is a summer product personally for me. I love wearing it and thinking about like, wow, I look like, I don't know, I look like I've got a glisten from a hot summer day going on. I don't know. I guess I'll know when I watch my video back because if you've been watching my other videos, I'm like super uncut. This is what you get. I try not to like provide false information. And if I do realize I have misspoken, pronounced something wrong, or, you know, made the wrong reference to the wrong, connected something to the wrong brand, I try to get it right in the description so you know exactly what products I meant to talk about. So yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, would I buy it again? I don't. Yes, I would. I would buy this again because I think it is a summer product. I will wear this in the summer. Look at that glow. Like I don't even honestly like, but again, I'm biased. I was gonna say that's my timer. I'll tell Alexa. Alexa, timer off. I'm biased because, you know, I'm used to looking at myself with very, very light coverage. I would buy this and I would wear this in the summer with yeah, like a nice lip gloss, maybe light coating of mascara and just like the natural flush of whatever is going on in my skin, and I would be perfectly happy. I have to go get my stew off the stove. I'm gonna come back And I'm gonna do a little bit of under eye correction and around my nose, and um, yeah, put on some creamy bronzer over this. Let me do that. I think the stove can wait like one more minute. The question is, do you have more time? Let's see what and when I didn't get to my third product, I wanted to show you this new Revlon blush serum that I picked up last week at Shoppers. Really, really like it. It's in like a mauve type of tone. Oh dear. Oh yes, I have it. It's right here. Here it is. It's Revlon Gel Blush Serum. It's in shade 110. I've been using it last week to get ready. I'm going to swatch it here so that you can see this beautiful color. And it's not, I would call it on the sheer side. So it might actually be perfect. It just keeps going with that tone of just glow and sheer. I love it. And I have been using it. Um, I did use it a few times last week. I think I bought it earlier in the week. Um, Hot mess as usual. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't purport really to teach you much. I do just like to gab about glam, and I appreciate your feedback. I encourage you to subscribe and make a comment in the giveaway video, because it's a really cool 25 Days of Beauty Surprises from Shoppers Drug Mart. I unboxed it back in December. I took the video down since it was kind of long. It was in my earlier days of putting this stuff up, and I was like, this is a snooze fest. I had a good time, but I don't know if yeah, if others did. It's fantastic. In the video description, I cut and paste. I listed everything that's in that box, and I can tell you it's great. Some really great brands in there. And next week, I'm expecting to get my P. Louise subscription box from February, and a few items that I bought separately from that. There's going to be some P. Louise giveaway coming up here on GenX YouTube in the near future. Some E.L.F restock is coming next week, and yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time wherever you are. I wish you well, and I really do appreciate your support. Take care.